Hey guys, Icy Cat here. Today I've got some information for you regarding some huge changes that are coming to the game. We are now getting maps actually removed from the ranked and casual playlists. Some of these maps may even be permanently removed from the game. To find out more information and which maps these might be, stick around next as we talk about it. Today, Ubisoft announced on their developer blog, the link for which you can find in the comments below the video player, that they are now making changes to map rotation for Season 3. Changes are coming to both the ranked and casual playlists. So the way ranked is going to work is that they are now mirroring the map pool in ranked game mode with that of the competitive Pro League maps. They say they're doing this to ensure that ranked is now going to become the most competitive environment possible. So ranked is now going to be composed of 9 maps. The maps here I have shown on the screen. We have Bank, Clubhouse, Oregon, Cafe, Consulate, Chalet, Border, Coastline, and Skyscraper. So now in Season 3, when you play ranked, those are the only maps that are going to come up in rotation. So to put that in perspective, when you play ranked in Season 3, you will not be able to play the new map Theme Park, and you will also not be able to play the existing maps of Favela, Hereford Base, House, Canal, Plain, Yacht, or Bartlett University. All 8 of those maps have been stripped out of the ranked playlist. They say the way they're going to do that now is that starting with Season 3 and moving forward into consecutive seasons, that the ranked and ESL Pro playlists are going to be the same. So whatever winds up being chosen in that given season for the Pro playlist is what you're going to be playing for ranked in the actual game. Because the ESL playlist does rotate each season, the ranked playlist will also rotate each season to mirror it. They say that they've chosen to not include the new map for whichever given season is coming in, so in this case it would be Theme Park, which will not be part of ranked, because they want to make sure that players have time to learn the new maps and get used to them, and still do that in the casual and custom games. They also want to make sure that they're able to eliminate any kind of like glitches or exploits or anything like that that might be in the new maps before it comes into the ranked rotation. So basically what has now happened is that ranked has now completely transformed into ESL warm-ups, which is pretty much all it is. They're mirroring the exact conditions that pro players use. And if you are a pro player or you are a heavy follower of ESL Pro League, that might be exciting for you. For the average user that maybe doesn't care so much about the competitive pro scene, this is going to be a huge hit because we're taking away pretty much half the maps in the game at this point. Also, the map rotation is going to feel more stagnant now. And a while back, they had already changed the time in the game from 4 minutes in ranked play now to 3 minutes, so you've got a faster game with less map rotation overall. So if you don't like the changes coming to ranked, you can always play casual, right? I mean, even with the time on the rounds, when they changed the ranked down to 3 minutes, casual had remained at 4 minutes. So you have more time to play with, it's not as aggressive on some of the rushing and things like that, but you are not going to be unaffected in the casual playlist either. The casual playlist will now be composed of 15 maps. They say they're doing this to make it easier for new players to learn the maps because there's such a steep learning curve. They say it's confusing sometimes for new players to learn the ins and outs of all the new maps, and by reducing the map pool, that's going to give them more of a chance to do that. So let's be clear on this. There are currently in the game 16 maps. Theme Park will add a 17th. Now, by just cutting that map pool down by 2 maps, what are we really making it so much easier for the new player to learn? So they don't have to worry about like 1 or 2 maps? That's really going to make it easier? Well, going forward in consecutive seasons, you can maybe say that, well, with every season that goes by, there's maybe a new map added to the game, and so eventually that will add up and that will make it easier. But then think about the amount of time that goes by before that becomes a relevant point. So right now, we're sparing the new player that's trying to learn the maps in the game 1 or 2 maps. By the time that becomes something relevant where you're no longer diluting the pool by, say, 5 new maps or 10 new maps that the new player doesn't have to worry about, now think about it in the other way, that you are now losing those out of the map rotation and you're not getting a chance to play them at all. They're not coming up in the casual playlist. There's probably a good chance that they're not coming up in the ranked playlist, since that's only going to be 9 maps going forward. The only chance you're going to get to play these is going to be in custom games. Great, but if you want to earn alpha packs or renown, you can't play the new maps and get any credit towards either of those. So what are the maps that we will have in the casual playlist? We're going to have Bank, Clubhouse, Oregon, Cafe, Consulate, Chalet, Border, Coastline, Skyscraper, Canal, Hereford Base, Bartlett University, House, Plain, and Theme Park. And that sounds like most of the maps in the game. The ones that they have removed, however, from the casual playlist are Favela and Yacht. Now, you might say, I hate those maps. That's fine, they can take them out, I don't care. But keep in mind, the maps that you might not like are the same maps that somebody else might really enjoy. And so if you're fine with those maps being taken out this time, what happens in Season 4 when the map that you like to play gets removed? So are there any other reasons that they're doing this besides just making it so that the new player doesn't have to worry about more than 15 maps at a time? They did say that there is some reason behind that. Some of the maps that are being removed are going to be reworked by the level design team. So that means Favela and or Yacht could be getting a rework. They do say, though, that to be clear, not all maps that are removed from the casual playlist will be reworked, but some of them will be over the course of the years to come. They say they're approaching the limit of their data sizes, and this will require a rework of how the maps are stored. They say that as a result, they are currently planning on removing maps from the game entirely. So we're not just talking about removing them from ranked or casual playlists, but still having them in custom. We're talking about having the actual map stripped from the game. That's it. It's gone. They're not doing that yet. That's not occurring in Season 3. That's just something they're looking at down the road. They do say that while some of these maps may no longer be a part of the ranked or casual rotation, all maps, for now, will still be available in custom matches they specify for the time being. Again, in Season 3, they're not actually going to permanently remove any maps from the game. But this does sound like it's part of their long-term outlook. The last change that's coming to it is in regards to map preferences. They say that after visiting the mechanics of the map preference system, they've chosen to deactivate map preferences for all PvP multiplayer. They're still going to have that in there for Terrorist Hunt, though, so that you can choose specific maps, but for PvP, you're not going to be able to choose any map preferences. They don't really know if or when they're going to return this feature to PvP. They're kind of looking at some other ways of doing things and seeing how they can improve the process. For now, they're disabling that feature for that setup. Ubisoft then closes the developer blog by saying they are excited about the changes that are coming to ranked and casual play, and they would love to hear your thoughts. As you can probably tell from the tone that I have in this video, I am not very excited about these changes. I think at any time that you take away content from players, for whatever the reason might be, it is just a bad thing overall. There's no reason that these maps can't be left in the game. They can still be reworked and then an updated version of that map. So if they're making changes to Favela and or Yacht, great, do that. Those maps definitely need some rework. But in the meantime, don't just take it out of the pool entirely. And as I said before, when you're reducing the pool of maps to 15, and there's 16 or 17 maps, you're not really sparing that new player anything. When you get up to the point where maybe you are sparing them, an extra 10 maps or something, a couple of years from now down the road, now you're making it so that people aren't getting half the content of the game. And in ranked, making it exactly like the ESL Pro League conditions, while great for pro players, is just really stripping a lot of the content of the game from the rest of us. Honestly, if that's the direction that they want to take ranked, I can understand that for super competitive players, for people that want to do exactly what Pro League is doing. But I would say if you really want to do that, then go ahead and make casual, ranked, and like a pro ranked mode. So that is the latest news and information for how map rotations for casual and ranked are being changed in the game. If you want to stay up to date on all the latest news and information for Rainbow Six Siege, then please like and subscribe. Make sure you click that notification icon so you are alerted as soon as I upload a new video. So what do you guys think about these changes? Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.